Bitcoin has seen another huge rejection from the top side, and once again it is trading on the most important level of support. So I will be talking about this level. I will talk about the Bitcoin price action that remains to be boring, but once again we can see a super important event of the FOMC meeting is closing in 2 days. It will be happening, and once this event happens, it lines up perfectly together with the low volatility of the Bollinger Bands. And historically speaking, always once this event happens, Bitcoin sees massive volatility in the markets. So without any further ado, I will be talking about the most important support levels for Bitcoin. I will talk about my price targets if we break support or either if we hold support. So don't forget to watch this video till the end. I will give a huge update on all my trades I've currently opened on Bitcoin. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we smash a deck above 500? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term for Bitcoin. And once looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, I have been looking at this chart for quite a while right now. So this is the chart that tells us about the range high on the market trading around that 30.4k where we're getting rejected from every single time, and the range low around the 29.6k that seems to be providing support every single time we touch it. And you can clearly see we've been getting supported by this level for over 5 times in a row right now. But be on high alert. The more times you're going to knock on a certain door, or the more times you're going to, of course, test support, the more likely it is going to be that we're actually going to be breaking below it. What is very nice right now, that over the course of this weekend, we did not create a CME gap, because yes, Bitcoin was moving towards the upside over the course of the weekend, but yes, it was once again a huge fake out, just like the last moves we basically had in this market. You can see that every single time we basically go lower, we have right now created a small little downtrend here on the top side, and basically Bitcoin is also getting rejected from this downward sloping trend line. But still, for me to say, okay, this is right now a bullish trend here, I need to see a flip above 30.4k. But as long as we're not seeing the break above that level, I remain to be, of course, pretty neutral on Bitcoin. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin right now here, but I shouldn't also be bearish exactly on support. But be aware, the more times we're going to test this support on the lower side, the more likely it is actually that we're going to be seeing that breakout towards the downside. So I'm going to keep my eyes wide open on this. And of course, if we are going to be breaking below this very important level of support we've been basically holding above us for already over 32 days, it could mean something catastrophic for the price action of Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin breaks below this support right here, the next support target for Bitcoin is basically going to be all the way down to 28,000 US dollars. So far, I don't really see a reason to be starting to be panicking, because we're still holding support. But once we confirm the break below support, that is the point where I should start to exit my long positions that I'm currently having open. Because yes, I'm currently opening up long positions on this support level right here. But if we confirm the break below this level, I don't see the reason to stay in my long position. And of course, most certainly, I am going to be exiting these long positions, because then at that point, I want to be starting to be looking at shorting positions for Bitcoin. So as long as we're going to be holding the support, I don't see a reason to start to panic. But of course, if we break below support, 28,000 US dollars is next here, and I am going to be, of course, starting to be opening up short positions. A big move for Bitcoin is going to be imminent, and the reason why I'm saying this here is because yes, Bitcoin has been going sideways for over 30 days right now, and we can finally start to see the volume is dropping off significantly. And while the volume is dropping off significantly, we do know the Bollinger Bands is tightening up here and indicating there is a huge squeeze going to be happening anytime soon. And to be exact, the Bollinger Bands is as tight as the beginning of January 2023, and at the same time we can currently see that this huge economic event is about to be happening again. What of course is the Federal Reserve meeting. And once the Federal Reserve meeting comes out and the Fed conference also comes out here, there is one thing for sure, we're going to see volatility. But this time around it's going to be a little bit different, because this will be the meeting where they are going to be announcing that this is the last interest rate hike of this cycle. Of course, maybe we're going to see more interest rate hikes, but according to these sources, the probability that this is the last rate hike is more than 90% certain. So that is, of course, very interesting to be seeing here. But of course, for the next meeting, we're going to get a 99.8% certainty that we're going to see another 25 basis point hike here. So expect another rate hike, but especially the speech of Jerome Powell could be indicating something very interesting. And of course, usually you don't see the market straight away move towards the upside, just like we've seen in the last few times here. But usually Bitcoin tends to be moving big after that meeting occurred, in that following week or in that same week here later on the week. So the last 4 times right here, you can see Bitcoin moved down after the meetings, but this time around here, on the last meeting, Bitcoin moved up. So maybe the sentiment is right now changing and Bitcoin can start to be moving towards the upside again here. So yes, I do think this meeting is going to be having a huge effect on the price action of Bitcoin. And yes, it could once again be a positive. And we will be watching this Fed meeting all together. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the bell notification enabled, because I will be live streaming this event where Jerome Powell is going to talk about the market. And I can guarantee you one thing, volatility is most likely going to be starting to be picking up for the markets again here. So talking about my trades, my BYBIT trade is right now in a small little loss of about $800. And on my BigGet trade, of course, I'm still in a profit, but I'm apparently locked out here, but still making an approximately 1.3 Bitcoin. We'll be showing it in my next video again here. And of course, if you want to be joining me or trading yourself, there is right now a huge deposit bonus. And be aware, this deposit bonus is going to be ending in 7 days here. But you can right now claim a free $1,000 Bitcoin or XRP long or short position. All you need to do to claim this is go to the link in the description, sign up a new account on BYBIT, deposit $100, and you can claim this free $1,000 Bitcoin or XRP long or short position. It's super valuable, only going to be valid for another 7 days. So make sure to be quick. Go to the link in the description and claim this deposit bonus, since also there's a limited amount of stock. And yes, it is about to be running out here. So go to the link in the description to claim this deposit bonus right now here. Further on, we can just still see Bitcoin is so super boring. It is absolutely mental. Bitcoin has been going sideways for more than 31 days right now here, more than 33 days to be exact here. And you can see the cup and handle still not breaking out here. And maybe we're going to start to create somewhat of a new squeeze pattern here on the price action of Bitcoin right now. But yeah, Bitcoin, of course, looks to be having another big move here. We can see it from the Bollinger Bands. We can see it from this chart right here. There's going to be a big move, whether it's going to be up or down. We need to be monitoring the price action of Bitcoin very closely. But of course, looking at Bitcoin and of course the on-chain data, we can currently see here that Bitcoin is still growing. This is the number of addresses holding more than 1 Bitcoin. You can see the chart is slowly but steadily growing still and still. And that is why I think Bitcoin is a good long-term investment. Yesterday, we discussed the chart of the balance of exchanges, what is dropping massively, but also if you're looking at the accumulation is still here and people are still buying more and more Bitcoin. And at some certain point, we're going to see a huge reversal in the market. And like we do know, $30,000 is the most accumulated region for Bitcoin in the history. So I am definitely very excited about this region. So also on the 2-week time frame, you can clearly see Bitcoin is right now trading at a very important decisive moment on the market. Previously around this level of support, right now it's resistance. So we need to be breaking above that $32,000 in order to be flipping bullish. And looking at the Bitcoin dominance, people are saying it is altcoin season, but still in the bigger perspective, it is still Bitcoin season. Only altcoins had a small little bounce back towards the upside. So let's look for Solana for a very quick update here on altcoins. Solana against Bitcoin is still down more than 80% from its all-time high here. So let's say you invested 1 Bitcoin on the top of the bull market into Solana. You currently only have 0.18 Bitcoin left here. And of course, first you had only approximately, what was it? 0.1 Bitcoin left, and now it's 0.18. But still, Solana is down massively from its all-time highs here. Maybe it had a small little bounce here towards the upside, but be aware, I don't think that this is the time to be buying into altcoins yet. You can still see that the trend is majority down here. Maybe it's going to be reversing, but to be very honest, if we learned from the previous cycles, the time to be stepping into altcoins is once Bitcoin breaks above its all-time high and not in the exact bear market, because usually altcoins can bleed more. And there's a very big possibility that Solana is just going to go down another 50% against Bitcoin again. And yeah, who's going to be laughing at that point? So the risk is most certainly still too high for all these altcoins out there. And that is why I'm going to continue to hold mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some altcoins in my portfolio. that once Bitcoin breaks above the all-time high, that is the point where I'm going to start to ape in towards altcoins. But I don't believe that this is the time yet so far. So make sure to make your own opinion on altcoins, but I personally do think we have to be a little bit careful right here. Looking at Bitcoin, we're bouncing from support. As long as we're upholding above 29.6k, everything is looking good. I will be back tomorrow with another update, or maybe later today if something very important happens. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.